Hi, my name is Dustin. I'm a crop advisor here at Pratum Co-op.
And I'm Quincey and I'm with Pratum Research.
And today we want to talk about banding potassium in hazelnut production. So Quincey, first of all, the most important question to ask is why is potassium important for hazelnut production?
You know, Dustin, potassium is a key macronutrient in all crop production, and it plays an essential role in your photosynthesis, your osmotic regulation in the plant, so your water use efficiency, and then also in your sugar movement, which directly correlates to your kernel fill.
So since potassium is such a key macronutrient in hazelnut production, what levels should we be looking at in our orchards?
You know, according to OSU, they recommend a minimum of 150 parts per million in the soil and at least 1% potassium in your leaf to be at a sufficient level. And then anything below those, they're saying is borderline deficient to very deficient.
So if we're outside of those levels in our orchard, what can be done to mitigate that or change those levels?
You know, again, OSU in their nutrient management guide on their extension website, they say that if you're below those optimum levels, then you should be banding your potash in a 1-inch band for every pound of potash applied per tree.
Lastly, before we get to the results, why should hazelnut growers and industry trust the results coming out of these trials?
Pratum Research is using industry standard small plot replicated trial work to collect the data, and also when we collect the data to run it through a statistics program where we quantify the confidence in our results. And we make sure to never speak outside of that confidence interval that's established in the statistics.
So you're in your third year of research on this project, but we have 2 years of data. What does that 2 years of data showed us about banding potash in hazelnuts?
After 2 years, we're seeing a 279 pound per acre increase in yield compared to an untreated control.
So it sounds like this could be a profitable application for hazelnut growers.
Yeah, and what's really interesting is that the orchard that we were applying on was in the optimum range for potassium, both in the leaf tissue and in the soil part per million.
That's an interesting point, and that's why it's so important to talk to your crop advisor about banding potash in your orchard, because each field and farm is a different scenario and needs to be handled accordingly. Well, we appreciate you joining us today, Quincey, and we can't wait to see what further research that Pratum Research comes out with.
Yeah, thanks Dustin for having me, and I'm excited to finish out the next year of the trial and be able to hopefully come to you guys next year with the third year of data.